channel, Gill Grabbers. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about my top baits for the month of March. March is one of those magical times where the winter's leaving, spawn is close to getting here, the big girls are feeding up, producing those eggs, they're starting to push up shallow, where leave the winter hunts, and they're hitting those secondary points trying to push up shallow. It's just a time to be a fisherman, bass fisherman. And it's one of those times where you have the chance to catch one of the biggest bass that you could think of your life. We'll say that you can get your PB at this time of year. So with helping with that, I'm going to give you some of the baits that I find that is needed for the month of March. Starting off with bait number one, we're going to go with the Strike King. I don't know why I want to say Strike King. The Mega Bass Mag Draft. The Mega Bass Mag Draft is a soft plastic swim bait. It has drawing power out of this world. You have an 8-inch, but you also have a 6-inch. I haven't really got to the point where I fished the 8-inch yet. I'm just not there yet. But I do fish the 6-inch. Now, they come in some great Mega Bass colors. You can fish these along the secondary points, working your way back to the spawning area. Some of them are already back there. Some of the bass are already back in the spawning area right now. They're just waiting for the water to get right. Crappie fishing, I got a chance to see where the bass had bait fish schooled up and they were busting on bait fish. I got to see that. They have already started to feed up. So you're in that magical window right now where the big girls are actually doing a lot of feeding also. I would say from now until probably about the 3rd to 4th week of March, it's a small week, couple of weeks of window where the big girls are really feeding up before they kind of shut down and be in the mindset for the spawn. But the Mega Bass Mag Draft, you can fish this in ditches, along points, up shallow in about I would say 5 to 8 feet of water. It's just got a big drawing power. So you might want to give that one a try. The next two that I'm going to fish, and I apologize that my baits are down here instead of on the desk here because I done tried to do this video twice and had camera issues. But one will be the Strike King Red Eye Shad, and the other one would be the Nomad Design Vertrex. I don't know if the light, you can see it in the light. Now I'm gonna fish these two baits totally separate, but they're both basically Lipless Crankbaits. One, I'm gonna be speed cranking and ticking the tops of the new growth grass that is coming in. And then the other one, I'm going to be bottom hopping it, kind of yo-yoing it like it's a blade bait, really. And between the two, the Strike King Red Eye Shad is the one that I'm going to be speed cranking, ticking the tops of the grass. The Nomad Design is the one that I'm going to be yo-yoing. That's the one I'm going to be lifting up and letting it fall. It has a very distinct fall if you've ever watched it, and it might be the bait that I have, but it kind of, when you yo-yo it up, it kind of goes up at an angle, like nose up, and then it crashes back down, which is pretty daggum awesome to me. I love it. The Strike King Red Eye Shad, you wanted to pick the top of bait, but sometimes you want to bury it into that new growth grass and rip it free. And that's where you would get a lot of your bites. Where I would fish this, pretty much the same thing. You know, I would fish this along secondary points that has access to deep water, along flats. You know what I'm saying? They've been staging up on there. like I said, they got them pushed up. So along flat spawning flats, secondary points, this is where I would fish both of these. This one more out a little bit deeper, away from the grass. This one in the grass. Third, I would pick, we all know as the sun comes up, it heats up wood, rock, so forth, so on, those kind of deals. Okay, so my next one would be the square bill, and that would be the Spro rock crawler. Hence the name, rock crawler. You fish this along riprap, pea gravel, shell bed, those type of hard bottoms that gather sunlight and warms up so that the bass can kind of warm up from those nighttime temperatures. Well, I just told you where to fish it actually, you know what I'm saying, along flats with pea gravel, riprap, those areas. So there you go with that. Next, I would say you would want to go with the chatterbait. Now, I picked this chatterbait right here for a specific reason. In March, you got the March winds that's going to lead to April showers. So as the spring comes in a little bit more and more, you're going to get more and more showers. Here in Georgia, we've been getting showers like crazy anyway. So yes, you still got time to fish those red colors, but you want to think when the rain starts a little bit later on in the month, you want to use colors that can be seen and stained to muddy water. Hence, black, blue, white chartreuse. Right now, you still can use the firecraw colors. You still can use the green pumpkin. You still can use the bluegill patterns. But you want to think later on down the line where you want to use those dark, bright, bold colors. Next on the list is, they're in the same family, but a little bit opposite end of the spectrum, the war eagle, spinnerbait. Now the spinnerbait hasn't came into play just yet, but it's going to get there, especially coming towards the end of the month when now the rain comes in. At that point in time, spinnerbait, it is basically like an ATV. You can fish this thing through all kind of lay down, grass, well, some grass, well, on the outside of grass, but mostly lay downs into a lot of the thick stuff because it's virtually snag proof. On the edge of banks, 3 to 4 feet of water, in some of the muddiest stuff. Now, when the water's a little bit stained, yes, you want to go with the willow blades, and I would more so say go with gold. This one right here has the gold and silver blades, but as the water gets a whole lot more muddier, you want the Colorado or the India blades, you know, and you want those to be double tandem gold color or brass gold, however you want to call it. Next on my list, and these are about to be out, these are about to be done with for the year, is you want, if I can get it straight, an umbrella rig. The umbrella rig, you've been pretty much fishing that late fall into the winter, throughout the winter, into the late fall, now here in early spring. Same places apply. You know, toss it out there into the ditches, secondary points. This is more for deep fishing. Now you can get away with it in 8 to 10 feet of water, but you want to downsize your bait, make the bait a little bit lighter. And last but not least, we're going to go with the jerk bait. This is the Vision 110, which is the staple in jerk baits. Everybody is pretty much comparing themselves to these guys, you know. What can I say about the Vision 110? that hasn't already been said. It floats well, it floats level, it's just an all-around good bait, and plus you have those megabass colors that I would dare say is kind of hard to be beat. There's not many that can hang with them with it. So you throw that out. Now remember back in January when I said your cadence need to be a little bit longer? Well, you can kind of start to shorten your cadences up a little bit now, especially as that water temperature starts to rise up. You can kind of shorten up your cadences. You know, you can throw it out there instead of having a 10 plus pause. You can actually have, you know, 5, well, I would say 5 to 6 and less on your pauses. You know, they're moving a little bit, they're feeding up, especially if you get into a pocket where you know that the bass have the bait fish corralled at. Guys, I know I rushed through this. I know I rushed through this one, and I really didn't want to do that. But considering the fact I had so much camera issue going on, I said I had to get this video out a whole lot faster than I fully planned to. But if this information helped you out and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on anything else that you would like to know, see. Right now I know I'm fishing for crappie. I've been into the crappie thing a whole lot, but a little bit later on I'm going to start with bass fishing, and they kind of spawn at the same time, so I kind of will be going back and forth with that. But I hope to see you guys out there on the water. Thank you for watching.